It's not an AMA, short recap about the games. This is a play-by-play. No Instagram, these holograms. Boy, these ain't the same. This out Harmon, you know we do things a different way. We got in the room, come join the team, but don't be in the way. Stay tuned, join that Patreon, we do giveaways. Make nutted than ATM, you know they on a different wave. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, pick a day. This out Harmon, you know that we glad you here today. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. Short recap about the games. This is the play-by-play.
Let's go. Recap time, baby. I can't believe the Cardinals. They're so close to losing this game. What the hell?
Listen, it was I thought from the jump when you had the almost touchdown, what was ruled a touchdown, then overturned, I'm like, they're going to blow these guys out. Well,
what is this?
Ever since the touchdown overturn, it's like it's just been – they've been trying to find a way to lose this game. It's what Arizona's been doing for years, it feels like, you know?
Long touchdown run. We're just going to drop this before we get to the end zone. Who cares?
Yeah.
Pick off a pass. Yeah, let's fumble it into the end zone so the Titans can score. This is crazy.
Hologram. Power on.
Let's go. Power it up. Get after it, Adam.
Whoa. Buddy, it's not all the way finished, but Canton's been, working on coming back.
She's getting an upgrade, eh?
It's trying to. It's slow progress, but we're kind of like the Cardinals. We keep telling ourselves it's going to be good one day.
There it is. There it is. The Cardinals collapse is complete.
Congratulations, They did it. Mike, let's start with the Panthers, though. We'll start with the Panthers, Dolphins. Blow up for right out of the rip. Rico Dowdle.
Who?
Bell cow. Rico Dowdle. It's been quite a few years. I told you to go get him cheaply on money moves. I mean, buddy, this is he was slated for a big workload, I think, today. Everyone knew that, but I was kind of interested to see what the split would be with him and ETN, and it was pretty dominant fashion showing. Listen, how many rushers so far this year, Mike, and everybody out there have gone for over 200 yards in a season, in a single game this year? Yeah.
No, I was trying to think of past monster rushing performances that kind of came out of left field, like when then the guy faded off into kind of obscurity or oblivion, right? Trying to predict whether Rico Dowdle is going to be a thing for the rest of this year or not.
Yeah.
I got a couple. Only a couple.
Okay.
You remember Jerome Harrison, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Browns fame, right?
Of course. How could you forget that?
There's one. And then that kid for New England. He had
Gray. Jonas Gray, yeah.
Jonas Gray, not Cyrus. Who the fuck was Cyrus Gray?
I got you, buddy. Listen, I've got you.
Jonas.
Yeah.
My man. Football encyclopedia you are. Yeah, but those are the only two I could come up with right off the top of my head. So, hey, fucking Rico Dowdle's here, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's ask him a question. Did Chuba get his job back?
I mean, like it or not, well, I think so. But let me ask you this. Does this what does this do for you and ETN?
Oh, well, I mean, who cares? like who cares?
I mean, what I mean is are you?
Game.
Yeah. Okay.
You're still gonna roster him, but that's
sure.
it. I just say the dream's kind of dead. If there was an opportunity, it was gonna be with Chuba out, and we didn't really know what they had in Rico Dowdle. They drafted ETN. You're thinking maybe we'll get a split here and they'll work him up and see what he's got. Yeah. And they said, nah, we good. No, we're just going to give Rico the work, and he fucking dominated, exploded with it. So, yeah. So, sorry about those Trevor ETN shares. There.
Sure. Well,
what do you expect, though? I mean, it was like a fourth-round rookie pick. You can't win them all, right?
No, I was going to say, listen, Bryce Young started this game about as scary as he's ever started a game, frankly. The stat line ends up fine. They win this game. But, man, dude, I'm just going to be honest. It is hard to watch this kid sometimes. It's like it's like the Cardinals as a team. He is individually that, it feels a lot of times.
He is the Cardinals.
Yeah. Trying to find a way to screw it up. That fumble, the first fumble he had, was like, bro, what are we doing?
What's going on here?
What are we doing?
He's a tough one to watch. Really feels bad. I was pretty in on him, pushing him up to like QB 15, 16-ish in the offseason Dynasty ranks.
Yeah, he had such a good finish to the year, right?
No, we haven't really seen that at all this year. Like, I know he's trying to figure out, how to mesh with all his wide receivers and everything else, but he's way too up and down. There's no consistency with him whatsoever. They get the win. He does enough to get the win. I'm sure he's happy about that. At the end of the day, that's what they're trying to do as a football team. But for fantasy purposes, not great.
There's a little bit of life from Xavier Legette. He gets in the end zone.
He got 2 catches, baby.
I mean, when I say that, I try to be not facetious, but you know exactly what I'm doing. I mean, listen, it's a touchdown though. Best ball, you'll take it. But Mike, this is quickly becoming just strictly the
Tet McMillan
show as a receiver, and that's basically a weekly thing at this point. It was Chuba and Tet, and now it's Rico and Tet until further notice. So, that's really all I got on this one. Anything further for this Panthers game? Or, well, we're going to get to the Dolphins, but Panthers team.
You love Tet's usage. You just hope eventually the touchdowns and the red zone usage starts to show up, right?
Sure. Yep.
For a guy that's got ball skills like him, big body, Drake London comparisons, whatever you want to do, it's like, what? Why are we drawing up plays for Mitchell Evans and Bryson Tremaine and Jimmy Horn? Xavier Legette, can we throw 4 of the fucking ball down here, please?
Yeah.
It's probably going to turn out pretty well if you do. I'm just going to spitball. But I imagine we just got to keep being patient. It's a rookie year. They'll figure out a way to use them, I hope. Please. I'm begging you.
Yep.
Do it. But yeah, it's Tet and Rico. That's pretty much all we care about on the Panthers now. Yay.
It's consolidated, at least would be one way to look at it. Listen, Devon A-Chain, he's got the fire built into this hologram. Probably need to change it. Also get rid of the Guardians cap. But, Mike, 10 for 16. I mean, this ground attack absolutely
horrific.
Doesn't exist right now.
It's 1.4 yards per carry as a team. That not good.
Now, Ollie Gordon only helped be a detriment to that. 3 carries for -2. So
it's pretty good.
Yeah. He did have I will say this. His touchdown was outrageous. It was a wide receiver jump ball. Go get it.
Ball skills.
Ball skills are legit. And speaking of consolidation, the Waller one's not quite ready. But Waller is looking to be early on a problem, man. He's definitely a thing. And then you have him and Waddle. It's consolidated offense again.
We're gonna call him Jonnu Waller. That's what it is. But hey, Jaylen Waddle, man. Could you imagine if we lived in a world with no Tyreek Hill, all they got's Jaylen Waddle and Darren Waller, and Jaylen Waddle would have went out and done like 3 for 24.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been scary for sure. Scary.
He almost tried though. Did you see him it was the most obscure thing, and then he's limping right afterwards early in the game, and I'm like, God, already, bud? Already? You just ran an out route. That was it. Nobody even really touched you. You're already limping back to the huddle. Damn it.
Yeah, wasn't. I mean, we ended up being okay. He's always going to scare you with the injuries, but Darren Waller absolutely a thing so far. What's crazy though, all of his production came first half, damn near first quarter. Early. So, it could have even been a bigger day for him, theoretically. I think for him and for Waddle and for A-Chain, honestly, the theme for this entire team for me, Mike, is one thing. Can we stay on the field? Can we stay on the field?
Yes.
If these guys are on the field, you put them in your lineup and you don't really think twice about it,
Tua, surprisingly good today. Team takes the L, but surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you wish you could get these kind of games out of Bryce Young. You'd be happy for this.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. It's one thing at a time, man. Jeez, rough.
Right. We have a race, I think it is, for who's the worst quarterbacks in the fucking league for fantasy purposes. At least Tua's I'm not the worst, buddy. Okay, I'm pretty close down there, but I ain't the worst. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, that was really it for this game. Crazy one to see the Panthers win it. And honestly, Mike, it's getting to be about time for these Dolphins where you got to be really worried about what the future is now. Losing a lot of games here. Losing a lot of games, buddy.
Their future is going to involve a new head coach. I can tell you that, and a very early draft pick next year.
Speaking of teams that are losing, let's start with the winning side of the ball here. Listen, Javonte Williams continues to just absolutely dominate. Javonte Williams is
best value pick in fantasy, right?
Dude, I mean, if you took value off the table, Mike, I think he's in the conversation for all players, period, at the moment.
Just best fantasy pick.
Then you bring in value, and I mean, you're gonna have could you find one that's better or close? Sure. I mean, there probably are some, but I'm wearing the jersey of one. But again, we can. At the end of the day, this is a humongous value, and not just that, Mike. He's been consistently. I mean, great to elite, good. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's been no bullshit. He's been a very damn good player. This is a funny one. We're gonna go ahead and listen. We got to give a blow up to a 2-touchdown game and a guy that's been getting a lot of work, Jake Ferguson. And Mike, we were talking on the grind yesterday, Eric and I, about maybe do we pick up Ryan Flournoy, and if we do, we just drop him right back. But no hologram, but 114 yards through the air is just
nice.
Yeah, wild.
What I think Fizz and I talked about him on Friday night. I think I called him Flowride. Flowrida.
Flowrida.
We'll go from Flowride to Flowrida now after 114. Good for him. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Jake Ferguson, started out as a warp tight end. And all of a sudden, Jake Ferguson is now in the elite tight end conversation. This is the world we live in right now. Let's go. Let's go, Jakey Ferg. Represent Wisconsin.
Dude, 7 for 49 and 2 touchdowns is going to be as good as you're probably going to see across most weeks, frankly, at the position.
Yes.
So nothing to, scoff at, honestly.
How about this passing offense, baby?
Yeah.
Just the offense in general, right? Like, you lead it off with Javonte being the GOAT running back at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody
eats B.
Listen, he may be a rival. I may give hate to him. But Dak Prescott this year has been playing out of his fucking mind.
He has been.
I mean, this isn't Dak Prescott from 4 or 5 years ago where we got to make fun of him because it was garbage time Dak. Like, Dak Prescott's the reason they're winning games and being dominant. There's no garbage time here. The garbage time, he's saving that for the other side. He's saving that for the other team. So, Dak is fucking balling, man.
Sorry to hear this, King Genius. It happens to the best of us sometimes,
It does. Can't escape them all.
Yeah, and to your point, I think George Pickens, man, is just he's you would think benefiting more than he just did today, but he did get in the end zone 2 for 57. You would have liked to have seen a lot more, honestly, though.
Yes, yeah, but this is always the fear with George Pickens, right? Like the true alpha status always eludes him. Now we got it last week. First one without CD, we're like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Maybe GP turned a new leaf, and then you see, like, in a game that they just thoroughly dominate the Jets, you got Flo right out here doing his thing. Javonte's doing his thing, and we're like, 4 fucking targets. This is the best we can do. Now, granted, tougher matchup. It's against Sauce. He did catch his touchdown against Sauce, though, so
yeah,
good that he salvaged his fantasy day on that one, though. So I'll take it. But this is kind of the story of George Pickens. Great number 2 wide receiver. I don't know if you want to rely on him as a number 1.
Yep. Flipping to the other side, Justin Fields here. Would be the story of the day. A lot of pass attempts. You never want to see Fields, I think, throw the ball 46 times. Let's just call it what it is, right? But he has no interceptions, no turnovers that I recall anyway. 283, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Only 7 carries for 26 yards, but still ends up being pretty relevant in fantasy this week.
Yeah, a lot of garbage time production from him because he was asked for a majority of the game. Dallas.
They only had 3 points for 3 or 6 points for 3 quarters, so it was rough.
The play calling too with them sometimes is just. I mean, they were absolutely gashing Dallas's run defense with Breece Hall over and over and over again, and then they're like, you know what we need to do? We need to start throwing the ball a lot. Absolutely. I don't know why, but we just have this urge to throw the ball, but. Game got out of hand. Justin Fields made it interesting at the end just with a lot of garbage time production, but hey, it all counts the same for fantasy.
So did Garrett Wilson, who Mikey has 1 catch and no production. I'm facing one of my bigger matchups this week, and then I look and 671 and a touchdown. The one thing about him though, you call it garbage time or not, he's just been a solid value for the most part that's been slept on and is still a young, very good receiver. We know that he struggles because of the quarterback play at times, but gets it done, you know.
It just gets it done. I thought the most interesting one on the whole offense, though, and this is 2 weeks in a row, Mason Taylor's been pretty heavily involved in the passing attack, which is a passing game devoid of options. So if he's going to solidify himself, another 12 fucking targets today for Mason Taylor, your tight end premium leagues, you're going to feel pretty good about your Mason Taylor selections, that's for sure.
No question. I mean, he's hologram worthy. And honestly, I'll say this, with a guy like Fields, right, you imagine that, you know, safety blanket type player like him would be a very valuable one. Like, I know early on we were like, oh, he's going to end up being the tight end here, and didn't look like that early. If this is what becomes his role and he just takes, you know, the large majority of snaps at the tight end position, he's going to be a huge value, frankly. So
massive.
Yeah, let's go ahead and then let's switch over to, well, Mike, you know, the crazy game here for your Philadelphia Eagles. What did you think of this one here? Devontae Smith did have a big day on my bench in one of my leagues because, you know, that's what's been fun about this offense so far. But great day for him today, and the Eagles do end up losing this game, though. What's your takeaways overall?
I hate this offensive coordinator so much. I despise him. Right, you knew it was going to be a get-right game for, like, Smitty and A.J. Brown, and he did his thing. He changed up some things to get them involved. But here's the best thing. In a game that was close, you know, a game that the Eagles were dominating in the first half, too, how the fuck you end the game with 6 carries for Saquon Barkley? Like, we can't have both things, guy. Like, we just can't have nice things. I don't understand what the fuck this dude's doing.
It's kind of like this hologram. It's tunnel vision, buddy, right? It's just a small tunnel. We're thinking one thing and one thing only. I mean, Mike, I'll tell you the truth. Like, you tell me, if you told me that carries-wise, right, the entire offensive carries for the team, including Hurts, including Shipley, including A.J. Dillon, is going to be 11. There's not a world I sit fucking Devontae Smith.
None.
Unless you tell me the whole offense is going to have like 25 play. What do we – just it's crazy. It is crazy. But A.J. Brown though, you know, I guess hard to imagine that what we just talked about, Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 38 times and A.J. Brown kind of another dud week, honestly.
Well, I can tell you why, because he's going up against the defending, reigning defensive player of the year, a cornerback who is pretty fucking good. Interesting that they want to get him right when he's, you know, facing the DPOY. I don't understand. Listen, this is offense coordinator shit. I would have sat AJ down and been like, listen, I know we need to get you the football, bud. Just hang with me for one more week because you're probably mostly going to be a decoy in this game. We don't really want to build our offense around trying to force feed you when Pat Surtain's guarding you. But, hey, fuck it. Let's do it anyways and take the L because, you know, that won't come back to bite us ever. Great.
No. Well, yeah, sure. Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of last year's, I mean, biggest difference maker in football, I would argue, at the running back position. Forget all position, just period. The guy gets 9 touches today, so that was good to see, you know. Yeah.
And here's the best thing. He was killing them in the passing game, right? Like doing his thing out of the backfield. And then we go away from that too. Like run some wheel route, finally get man coverage on a linebacker, dust his ass, scores a long touchdown. And it's like, you know what? We're never going to do that again. Let's put that away forever. I love it. It's fucking awesome. This is my life. I'll enjoy the Super Bowl while we had it. I don't think this is going to be our year until we trade for Kellen Moore to come be the OC again. Fuck this.
Yeah. Bo Nix today, and the Broncos do come away with a W here, right? So
he was god-awful in the first half, and, you know, I'm not going to put all that on Bo Nix, but that whole fucking offense was struggling. Eagles were playing lights-out defense. Second half, I don't know if Bo Nix has just got that dog in him, but he started finding seams in that defense and making plays left and right. So you love to see the what do the kids call it, the moxie from Bo Nix.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty good. Yeah. And it benefited because this guy was MIA for most of the game. until when it mattered.
Well, when it mattered, I mean, he definitely helps this team get the win. He comes just shy of 100 yards. It's funny how
he was abusing Quinion late in that game. I mean,
big time. It was just a size thing, right? You could kind of see it was just a matchup where, fuck it, I know my guy will just almost like rebound, box him out. He's just going to take care of business and go get the rock. One of the things I've always like kind of hated is when you have these leagues where you have bonuses, you get 99 yards instead of 100. Like,
one short. Yeah,
I've had that. I have Sutton in 2 leagues like that, Mike, where I'd have an extra 2 or 3 points, but. Close game. We'll see what happens. Honestly, Mike, J.K. Dobbins has made R.J. Harvey kind of feel not the greatest, frankly. And
man, I gotta go back to that AMA that we had before the season started.
We haven't heard much from Debro since.
Yeah, it's weird. I know. Yeah. Where's my guy at?
Well, and Evan Ingram, I will say, at least gets in the end zone. He's been disappointing this year, but this would be, I guess, a step in the right direction, hopefully.
Maybe it was just really a health thing. Like he looked a little more spry out there, and they started getting him more involved. So hopefully this is a building block for this Broncos offense to stop playing fucking Adam Troutman.
Yeah, you and I once had hope. It's long gone for that, and
it was like 10 years ago at this point, I think.
We weren't making content. I know that. It was that long ago. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's Dobbins, it's Sutton. Maybe Ingram. And honestly, Mike, I'll tell you, the rest feels like it's not a lineup play. Best ball play if you want to. If you have to put other guys in your lineup, you should not be feeling the greatest about it.
Yeah, I would not feel good about putting Marvin Mims or Troy Franklin or, at this point, R.J. Harvey into my lineup. Last week was a tease and went right back to just being the J.K. Dobbins show.
Absolutely, buddy. And, well, listen, Jonathan Taylor is just –
him?
He's on fire. Legitimately. Mike, I had a feeling today would get out of hand. Now, of course, I bet the 85-yard prop, which was the one he didn't hit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't be mad about the performance. He goes for 17 carries, 66 yards, 3 touchdowns. I kind of saw this game getting ugly, but not to this degree. What was crazy about it is that both Taylor and Genty, right, come out of the game before the fourth quarter even happens because it's that far out of hand.
Because it's ludicrous.
It's 40-6.
We got an A-Rich sighting, bud.
An A-Rich sighting with it was 7 minutes or 8 minutes left in the game. You're like, whoa, what the hell is going on?
A-Rich caught a pass, his own, but he caught a pass for 9 yards.
I mean, he looked athletic while doing it, I guess you could say, right? Honestly, though, the rest of it was pretty meh, frankly.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor should have had 4 touchdowns, but we just have to get Amir Abdullah one for no fucking reason.
Well, no, a little revenge for him. He's been with the Raiders for a while. He has to score against them.
That's what it was. Oh, that's fair, I guess.
Pittman, we might need to give him a hologram that doesn't have the fire in it. He gets in the end zone, but it was just, I don't know. I don't even want to take too much away from him negatively or any of the passing weapons. It was just a game that got out of hand so early. Why are you going to throw the football, right? It was ugly, honestly, for the Raiders today. It was horrible.
They didn't have to. And Geno Smith wasn't going to do anything to make this game close because he is fucking terrible.
This Geno kid's pretty good, huh?
No. No. Remember when they wrote him off and he didn't write back?
Well, I think that got lost in the mail too, though,
Yeah, I think it did. I probably got intercepted.
One
the other way.
Genty looked good today, Mike, but again, they got beat so bad that he basically played 3 3/4 and change, So
yeah, he was involved early, and he looks athletic enough to play in the NFL. After last week, we want to see on the week to build on that.
Yeah,
and for him to at least do what he did, I mean, double-digit fantasy points plus in a game that wasn't competitive ever.
Well, think about this, right? I mean, dude, this Raiders thing is going to be really interesting to see. They just got completely abused, right? 40-6. So you're 1-4 now, and you basically know going into the games, like Genty's the one semblance of a real NFL player that threatens you and scares you. Mike, I mean, this offense is awful. I mean, Trey Tucker now. How many weeks is Trey Tucker going to be your,
leading receiver?
Leading receiver, and I mean, it just scares. Honestly, I have Trey Tucker in best ball. Kind of was a fringe, person on my bench. I'm loving to see it for him, but for basically everyone else in the receiving game, I mean, you absolutely hate it. This is dreadful. I mean, Jacoby Myers 4 for 32. Thornton doesn't get a single catch. I mean, there's just I don't think I'm confidently playing any Raider on a weekly basis that's not named Genty for the rest of the year right now.
Right, and that's kind of including Brock Bowers, who's dealing with this, which is weird, man.
Until he comes back, hopefully.
Well, but the synergy is weird too with the Brock Bowers. Great rookie season. I mean, historic for him. Him and Kyle Pitts, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second year we get the mysterious PCL injury. Not saying it's the same thing, but Jesus, fantasy's kind of a fickle beast in that manner.
Listen, this guy,
he's terrible.
They don't have another option, which is kind of crazy. But listen, The other thing about sports too, you can tell confidence is such a big thing. Confidence is a big thing in anything in life, but his confidence is completely shattered. You go to the sideline every time, and he's banging his helmet. He's pissed off. He's just playing not that well. I don't think he's super talented anyway, but he's also really playing in like a slump. So you got to be really scared right now if you're a Raiders fan or any type of fantasy owner of these type of assets, honestly.
The happiest people are the Seahawks fans. You never thought by having Sam Darnold you'd be like, wait, we got an upgrade.
Yeah, I'm with you. So let's see here. Let's go to
Watching football is
life. This is a weekly thing.
Did look good again today, but Mike, what's wrong with him? Let's pour some cold water on this.
Oh, the shade. The shade. I love it. No, I got nothing. He fucking cooked. He cooked this defense on his own. There wasn't no target concerns. There wasn't no separation concerns. There wasn't no fluke plays. That was just an ass whooping. That's him. He fucking damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out now how far we push him down and keep trade cut ranks, after a game like today.
I don't think we're pushing him down anywhere.
Well, I mean, listen, this is what's really interesting about it, right? This is one thing no one sees coming earlier on in the process, okay? But, Mike, Chris Godwin looks – we talked about these things in ranges of outcomes individually, but not collectively, and they're collectively coming together in Igbuka's favor. Godwin looks really dusty right now, buddy. He looks like he just – of his 3 catches, one was literally a screen where they just threw him the ball immediately. Like, he got maybe 2 yards with it. He didn't go anywhere. Godwin was a target concern, right? I mean, I'm not saying he won't get more targets and hopefully he starts to look more healthy, but he doesn't look anywhere near what he was last year, of course. And Evans is dealing with a soft tissue injury, and Puka's absolutely going nuclear.
Well, this is another case in point, right? I didn't want to believe it, right? I didn't want to believe that Chris Godwin would look this bad coming back at him. But how many of these fractured ankles do we have to see with the return the following year where it takes them a majority of the year to get back right? Mark Andrews, Tony Pollard, Chris Godwin. So, listen, if you want to really 4D chess this one, wait another couple weeks. Chris Godwin's still going to look dusty as fuck. And then Adam, right before the playoffs, if you can, go acquire Chris Godwin for those last couple weeks. They'll probably have 2 or 3 games in there where you're like, that's the Chris Godwin.
Starting to come back to a semblance of the healthy,
Just like Mark Andrews last year, just like Tony Pollard, the year before that. So, Chris Godwin next in line. But this fucking kid, holy shit.
Yeah, Mike,
Adam, where is he at now?
I was just going to ask you on a realistic basis, Mike. I mean, gosh, I think we were trade show. We were talking about it was JSN or Igbuka in the first, and I think. It was you were clear on the one. Just go give me JSN, and I guess here's my question right now: what's the difference between him and a JSN? What's the difference between him and a Rome or him and a Drake London? And would you prefer a Mecca or those guys?
At this point, man, you probably jump on the Emeka train just because of the youth, right? And you talked about a little bit how the insulation in your rookie year is pretty good. Now, when you get into your second year, then we start to poke holes in you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we'll give you a free pass that
Pause,
rookie
but
year. Yeah. Dude, you might want to just take Mecca Buka. Like, outside of the fucking Puka, Chase, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, maybe Amon-Ra. How many other people are you going to put above him?
Well, let me ask you this, Mike. When he goes for $163 today, what's his yardages before this game here for the season? Do we have that? 282. So we're at 4 and change here with 5 games in. I mean, Mike, on a volume, like where he's at volume wise, dude. Listen, obviously we hope to get Evans back at some point, and Godwin's looking better, and should be better days ahead for both. But man, the pace he's on, even with the start earlier. Dude, he could end up being threatening for some of the best receiving yards as a rookie. The asset of Emeka Egbuka is going nowhere at all, no matter what happens.
Last week after the Malik Neighbors thing, like if you would have said I was a contender and I traded Malik Neighbors straight up for Emeka Egbuka, you would have been like, I think you should have got more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you do it this week, you're like, fuck it. Fuck it. The guy on the Neighbors side should be getting the plus.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Mike, I'm literally going back and thinking about all rookies at the early part of their career. Like, Neighbors came out of the gates absolutely going crazy, right, last year when before he got the concussion. You had Puka obviously going crazy early with all those targets. Mike, but this is absolutely in the range of all of the best passing the eye tests that I've seen of all rookie receivers start this early on. He's playing unbelievable ball, man. Historic.
How about on the other side of the ball, though? That other Ohio State kid looks pretty good, too.
Sure does. He does. And that's where, when you're talking JSN or Egbuka, I definitely would prefer Egbuka. But listen, that's not to, put any slight on JSN whatsoever. I mean, JSN is, playing really well. And let me ask you, what do you think of the Seahawks as a whole today?
They look good offensively. They really did. Now, I still hate the fucking Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker usage. I really hate Sharps being out there because he looks so terrible. He looks slow and gross. But I don't think that's going to change, right? They're not just going to go off of what my preferred running back is. But the offense as a whole looks really good. Kind of surprising with Sam Darnold being the one out there. Now, he did make one terrible fucking decision. He literally threw it off a fucking lineman's helmet and bounced it to a defender for a game-losing interception.
Yeah, I mean,
Sam Darnold gonna Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, listen though, I'll tell you the truth. He needs to probably have a hologram. I wasn't really bought into. Here's the thing though, Mike. You tell me they go for 35 points. He has 6 incomplete passes, over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, listen. It's hard to ask for much more from the kid, frankly.
QB3 on the week. We led off the trade show with me trading away my injured Malik Neighbors in best ball for Trey Benson on IR. That's
tough. Yep.
Sam Darnold and Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
Listen, after Sam Darnold being the only one who played this week, I'm like,
if Sam Darnold, but we saw Milrow for a play, I think, but it wasn't
and he
great.
promptly
he did
fumbled.
he did Milrow like things, but
pitched it like 10 yards behind Kenneth Walker. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I will say definitely the Walker 10 for 86 while Charbonnet went 9 for 36. And he also got the touchdown. Definitely disappointing for Kenneth Walker. Yes. This was a high-scoring affair, though, dude. This was a 38-35 game. Rashad White also, got 2 touchdowns. So Sean Tucker's usage was not what
Fitz and I looked at matchups on Friday. That was the final thing we did on the show. And I'm looking at the schedule, and I said Seahawks Bucks probably the best game on the whole fucking schedule, the whole docket, and it lived up to everything, man. That was a couple of pros playing in Madden. You know what I mean? Just can't stop the other team. We're just gonna go up and down the field. Love to see it.
Definitely, absolutely was. Mike, let's get to let's see here. We got a handful of other games to get to. With the buys, it's not quite as egregious having to rush through them, it feels like. But let's talk about this Titans and Cardinals game, man. I mean, absolute collapse for, one of these teams. Kyler also left the game, comes back. What are your thoughts on Kyler first? We'll start there.
I hate this offense. The Cardinals are these are two shitty teams that I just fucking hate talking about on a weekly basis. Now, one of them on the Titans, it's like you're devoid of talent. You know what I mean? Like, you got a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward. You have a terrible head coach. You don't have a lot of talent on that offense. I understand.
Yeah.
And then I go to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals piss me off more because they have Kyler, they have Trey McBride, and they have Marv. And when they start this game, I think on the very first drive, Marv is like 3 for 79, almost had a touchdown. And then we end it with 2 more Marvin Harrison targets for the rest of the fucking game after the first drive. Like, what in the fuck are we doing? Why?
Yeah.
And then you see this entire team just have this epic collapse because they were taking it to the inept Titans. Like, this was Cardinals all the way. First quarter, first half. And then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Emery DeMarcado breaks off a long
that felt like that specifically felt like where the momentum oddly just took a gigantic step over to the other
just
side.
Drops it. Yeah, just
Which,
drops it.
This is a Cardinal sin, pun, but overdone. People do this all the time. It's like a weekly occurrence. Ad and I recently coming off of that. Mike, I'm looking at this, this week, right? And I'm thinking about Marvin Harrison specifically, right? We'll go ahead and put him up here, but I just don't get it, right? You see the play. I mean, he goes up absolutely, keeping the momentum from the last game where he gets that touchdown, mossing somebody. Absolute fucking insane grab. I thought it was a double touchdown for me. Definitely hurt when you didn't see him get in. But regardless, he's looking great early. 3 catches, 79 yards, first quarter. And I'm looking, and as I keep looking, right, I want you to I'm scrolling right now on my phone, right, just looking at targets for the week. Do you know that Marvin Harrison Jr. this week is tied for 35th, somewhere between 35 and like 50? 5 targets. Like, this doesn't something is beyond not passing the smell test where, like, if that's working, Kyler, why are we going away from this? It wasn't like Mike with those 5 targets. Marv was just really wide open and Kyler was, going through his progressions. Those were crazy catches, some of those he made. By the way, of those 5 targets, he actually caught that one. They didn't have enough to say that he had a toe drag on it, and he did drag that right foot. But he should have had 4 catches. It's just, I don't understand why when we have a number 4 pick, right? In the class last year, it was so damn good. We are not funneling this fucking guy targets. It's maddening.
It's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. It's ridiculous on the quarterback too, and it's so frustrating because you see him come out and start this game the way they did, and then you get the Kyler scrambling into the end zone for a touchdown, and you're like, holy shit! All right, we finally found something. You know what I mean? And then right after that, it's just, all that shit that we were doing earlier that was working. Let's just not do any of that ever again.
And honestly,
what we need to do?
Michael
we need
Carter
to throw to Greg Dortch.
Well, Michael Carter was super inefficient, but you were like, all right, well, at least you got something here. And he running back on the 53. And then, to your point, DeMarcado hits the wide open hole, doesn't even score. It's rough, man. It's just rough in Arizona, frankly. I don't. You lose to this Titans team, buddy. I mean, you deserve a prize. You lose to this Titans team. Like, you know how hard that is to do?
Hey, on the other side of the ball, though, let's give a little bit of credit. Tony Pollard got in the end zone. Let's go.
Tony Pollard was completely irrelevant for a half of football to finish with 14 for 67 and a tug.
Let's go, Tony.
Craziness.
And let's talk about it. Listen, the Titans maybe figured something out this game because they got their best receiver the ball. They threw him the ball fucking 10 times. So, listen, that third that I traded Koopa or Barry, who was it, Barry? I think it was Barry. Barry, hide your head. In a best ball league for Calvin Ridley, fucking paying off. Look at that. After 1 week. Let's go, man. 5 for 131. He's back.
You know what's great? This feels like maybe a little bit earlier, but similar to last year where, Calvin Ridley started incredibly slow. People were, all off, hands off. And then all of a sudden today, Mike, I mean, now granted, it's only 5 catches, but 131. He had a lot of deep targets. I want to see more, obviously, but listen, you can't argue with the numbers and the stats here. This was a good day for him. I hope to see more of it, especially for Cam Ward, where, it's kind of crazy to think this is Cam Ward's first win. He didn't play anything all that well. He played fine, but it wasn't like some day where he, miraculously brought him back. It felt like the Cardinals just pissed down their leg. It was kind of weird, hard to explain.
Yeah. I'd love to give Cam the credit for the win, but this was
Right.
Arizona just handing him the game, literally.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into then. David Montgomery got in the end zone, and what do you think of the Lions and the Bengals here?
This poor T-Rock. The minute Jake Browning was known to pretty much start for the entirety of the year, he's trying to argue with me that you need at least 2 seconds to send away your Jake Browning.
Sheesh.
Jake Browning would definitely trade himself for any third at this point.
I mean,
He's terrible.
He went for 3 touchdowns, but also 3 picks. It wasn't,
Yeah.
tough.
The 3 touchdowns were after the game was way the fuck out.
Out of hand. Sure. Oh, for sure.
Listen, it still counts for garbage time, but
Well, speaking of, I was trying to mention, Mike. I mean, Montgomery got in the end zone, but also through the air, threw a touchdown. He had a better passing day than Jake Browning did.
yeah. That's true. He did. It's good to see him too. The story came out too about his sister.
Yeah.
And him being from Cincinnati playing back there, and his sister getting to watch him, and then him to not only throw a touchdown pass too, but because Jahmyr Gibbs scored and he scored, they tied the record for most times a pair of teammates scored a rushing touchdown in a game. I think it's 14 games between those two.
Pretty
Tied
awesome.
with Emmett and Moose.
Yeah. Listen, Amon-Ra, just keeps doing Amon-Ra things. I will say, this is unfortunately, this is kind of what the JMO experience is, man. You get some really great games, and you get some games where it's just going to be a dud,
Yeah, eventually we'll put him in the number 1 jersey, but you kind of got to earn that consistently. We'll leave you a 9 for now.
Right. He 9 because of the yards. This is how many yards he had for the day, for the record.
There you go.
That was
Go.
it.
Outscored by Isaac Tesla on his
Yeah.
1 catch.
Although we did get a Sammy ball game day,
Let's
feels
go.
good to get those. They're not
Tight end
consistent,
you.
but man, it was a good game for him. Amon-Ra consistent, but to your point, man, this offense losing Ben Johnson. It's definitely started slow the very first game, but Mike, it's been fine. It's been absolutely not a problem for
Been
the
fine.
most part. Absolutely great. Now, if you're the Bengals, Mike, what do you think here? I mean, honestly, like, you're 2-3. The division feels very, very putrid. But what do you just face reality and kind of have the season get away from you? Do you try to go see if you can pick up a Jameis? Like, what do you do here if you're the Bengals?
Punt.
Do you,
Punt.
yeah.
Punt the whole fucking thing.
I mean, the problem, I will say this, you imagine an organization like the Bengals where you're basically told and assured that there's no way they're going to pay both T and Chase. And then they do. And then they're like, you know what we do in our first year paying these guys money we don't have? Punt. It feels like that's kind of where we're at. They don't really want to do it, but they don't have much better option, frankly.
I mean, listen, Jameis in here would be fun, but he'd also get nuked behind that offensive line.
Sure.
So
Sure. Dude, I
it
just
is
want
what it is.
Listen, T. Higgins got in the end zone today, but it's scary hours, honestly. Volume-wise, everything about it is scary.
It was scary for Jamar Chase until the 4th quarter, and then
Sure.
Detroit just decided they didn't want to cover him.
I'm not saying it's not scary for Chase, but he's at least still, whether it's late or not, gotten his. And here's the thing, though. He gets away today with production and garbage, but, man, he had 7 catches for 21 yards, so in PPR he's going to look a lot better than his day. Dude, this Chase Brown, wherever you took Chase Brown in the offseason, you can't feel anything but gross.
I wonder how bad Taj Brooks is, too, because Chase Brown plays terrible, and yet they still try to wedge Samaje Perine.
I can tell you how bad he is.
Fucking throats.
He's so bad that they're like, listen, we're going to leave you on the sideline completely. You're good. We've seen enough in
You
practice.
just watch. Yeah.
This is gross. That game's – you know what's crazy? Early on in the year, Mike, you're thinking how great of a game that should be, and that's what we got, unfortunately. All right. We got a couple more to get through. Let's just do 2 more. We got the Commanders and Chargers. Mike, what'd you think of the Commanders today?
Welcome back, Jaden. Let's go.
Jaden is back. Debo's also, I don't want to say back, but he's just continuing to play well.
Yeah. Great value. All the fat Debo jokes. He may be a little chunky, but he can still ball.
Like Walmart, man. Might be cheap, might not be what you love. Not name brand, but they definitely a value.
The highlight of the game for me was one, Washington's defense played pretty damn well, which it was good to see. I mean, they were giving the Chargers fucking fits. But Bill, our boy Bill, man, finally,
I was gonna say, buddy,
finally.
There's your listen. I already had it in queue, but this is well deserved. You haven't seen a game script where you could have him kind of go off per se, but buddy, he also had 2 catches for 39 while going for over 100 on the ground on 14 carries. Gets in the end zone twice. I'll tell you this too. It's weird. The NFL is just such a week-to-week league. Any game, anybody can win. The Chargers on defense have been really athletic and great. They look every bit of like one of the best defenses in football. And the fucking Commanders just dominate this game, buddy. Just dominate this game.
Jayden, you can definitely tell his knee wasn't 100%. He wasn't. I mean, he ran, but it wasn't like J-Day running. You know what I mean?
You like, definitely feel like J-Day is gutting through at the moment as opposed to being his old self, right? I'm with you.
No Terry McLaurin. Zach Ertz had 1 fucking target. It was Debo and Bill, and the Commanders dominated this game start to finish against like you said, a defense that was playing really fucking well all season.
Out.
It's so weird. The NFL is such a weird fucking thing sometimes. Yeah, it's good to see Bill. It's good to see Bill, and the explosion was there. I mean, he looked fast. He looked quick. Please don't make this like last week where we're sitting here doing all the Woody Marks victory laps just to find out that fuck.
MIA. Well,
we don't want to use them. Like
Ladd early on gets in the end zone, but as a stat line, again, it's just not. I'm concerned. I'm sorry, I am.
Yes.
Very.
How many more weeks of this do you need?
I've seen enough. I was concerned last week, but I'm really concerned now this week, honestly, because it just feels like, Mike, here's the thing. This is the game script you wanted to see for maybe Ladd to take off, right? Okay, maybe they've been ahead. You know, they were going into the day 3-1. Mike, I mean, it was 20-10 in the third quarter at some point, and we get 5 catches for less than 50 out of this kid. Again, it's because it's kind of going all these different directions, man. It's Quentin, it's Keenan Allen, and I don't know. It doesn't feel good for Ladd where you had him, buddy. There probably was a reality, even if he is a very good player, that where he got to this offseason, even if he was playing well, could have been his peak, let alone if things were to go wrong. So rough days right now for him, buddy, honestly.
Yeah, very rough, especially, too, because everything lined up for him. Banged up offensive line. You thought quicker, faster passing game is going to favor Ladd. QJ fumbles early, too, and you know how he's been a head case in the past.
Sure.
And, just becomes invisible. You're like, everything's lined. Ladd has the early touchdown. Like, here we go. And then, no, we didn't. Not at all. Probably the only thing on that Chargers offense that was, like, really notable, as far as like good, is even with Amari and Hampton, he was banged up late, so you got some Kamani Vidal, and they could not really get him going in the running game.
Yep. But
the passing game usage, listen, just because he was out there for the whole time, I mean, 6 fucking catches from Amari, love to see that kind of shit, and especially if they're going to deal with these offensive line injuries. It's like, oh, okay, he's not just a 2-down fucking kind of running back. He can do it all the time. So if we're going to have a nice PPR floor from Amarian when he can't get the running game going, that's nice to see.
Sure. Still ends up with a total of 70 yards basically on the day in total. I mean, but if you're telling me it's a rough day, I guess we'll have to take it for what it is. So the Giants, I mean, I don't even know at this point really what you want to talk about. They lose this game to the Saints. It was rough, buddy. It's real rough, man.
Jackson Dart looks like he has no weapons, right?
Yeah.
And he also, 1 terrible fumble, 2 very bad picks, right? That's the story of Jackson Dart. But for fantasy purposes, hey, the kid went out there and he ran the football, which you love to see for quarterback floor production, 55 yards. And Rashid Shaheed, this is New Orleans JMO. This is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's not always consistent. You don't know when you can play him.
This is great value, JMO. Yeah.
When you put him in your lineup, I had to put him in a lineup this week, Adam.
So did Eric and I have him in the grind. I don't think we're going to win even, but we love the performance, dude. This is one thing I will say, though. The Saints get this win. This is really tough. I mean, I'm really, when I'm looking at this Giants offense, Mike, I'm worried about how many games they can win. Dayball getting fired, the whole crew cleaning house. This felt really bad because you got up early. I'm like, oh shit, maybe Jackson Darsh is going to lead these guys to a few more wins. I'm not saying every game can be different, but to lose to this Saints team, to get it to this point too, where it was a double-digit loss after winning 14-3, I think early, it's like, man, what the fuck happened? And also the Saints, they don't know what the fuck's going on either. I mean, Kamara still is just completely not even existent. I feel like this is a team that should be looking to and hopefully trading him to somewhere that has an offense that's consistent and good and can let him kind of ride off into the sunset, you know?
Please trade him to the Chiefs for fuck's sake. You know,
Jeez, that would get people real flustered.
You know what we saw Andy Reid do with Jerick McKinnon a couple years back?
Yeah,
we could do that with Alvin Kamara, right? let's put him there, please. Please. Yeah. We all need it. Yeah, it's frustrating, his usage. You expected better things. Probably the most interesting one, Spencer Rattler looks somewhat competent at times. And he looks like he should be an NFL starting quarterback. Now, I'm not saying an elite one, but he should have a job. Like, he does some things out there, and he's out there being a little bit more mobile than I thought old Spencer was, right?
Yeah.
Out there running a little read option, getting crucial first downs. And he's really doing it with, Chris Olave because they can't figure out how to get Alvin Kamara the ball. Juwan Johnson, it was a nice start to the season, man, but this is why it's Juwan Johnson. It's a warped tight end life. This is where we're at. That's all he has. And he's got a great value JMO on the other side.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, no.
Hampton seen in the walking boots. I don't know, Mike. I will tell you, for the buys that happened, the slate, especially at 1 o'clock, was really pretty gross what we had to work with, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'll just say that with the injuries that we're dealing with, and we don't really want, and we're praying for no more. Like, it feels like we're kind of on the verge of having a really rough year with the buys just happening and this gross of a main slate that we just went through today. Like, this is what we got. This is what we got for you. Like, it was ugly. But hey, here we are. So hopefully better things in the game tonight and next week to come. But man, week 5 might have been a wake up call for a lot of teams. Even if you looked at your team before this and you thought good, there's a lot of teams that just didn't probably look anywhere near what you thought they were on the contending side, frankly.
We didn't even touch on the most disappointing one.
What do you want to say about the Ravens? I mean, they're awful.
After week 1's loss to the Bills, the way they played, I confidently, with my chest told Fizz, I thought they were still a top 3 team in the league, right? Now we're sitting here, they're 1-4, and they look absolutely disgusting. That defense is banged up. It is probably close to one of the worst in the entire league. Statistically, I guarantee they probably are.
Which is why I asked you, right? The reason I was asking about if you're the Bengals here, dude, this division is 100 million% up for grabs.
That's fair. That's fair.
The Ravens are 1-4. The Browns just lost to the fucking Vikings overseas. The Steelers aren't that good. I mean,
who are they going to get at quarterback to plug that hole? Who's the flex seal?
That's what I was asking. Maybe it's not Jameis. I was just throwing options out. I'm wondering, if you're the Cincinnati, I mean, what do you do? Everyone, well, only one team can win the division, but who wants it?
Kirk O'Chains? Is he going to salvage this?
Oh, please, no. Don't. God, no. All right.
Tanner McKee. Tanner McKee's available. We'll take a first.
Before we throw up, at least let's,
South Harmon hologram.
Let's just turn it off for today. Let's turn it off and let it be, We'll see you back here, same time, same place next week. Mike, was there any final thoughts you had, though, before we get out of here for this week?
No, I just wanted to touch C.J. Stroud had a big bounce back, for the Texans.
You did.
He looked good this week. They were spreading the ball all around. Nico, of course, does his thing. But the Woody Marks, pour cold water on it for 1 week at least.
Might have been premature. Him and Pierce had the same amount of carries and about the same production, so it was tough.
Yikes. Yikes. All those seconds I turned down for him last week look like shit now. My bad.
I mean, also the passing game work, which we were sure was the big calling card for the kid. He didn't have a catch, so.
All right. Well, we need a a palate cleanser tonight. Hopefully Patriots Bills is just a 45-42 shootout, just up and down the field. No bad plays, no injuries. Let's go. Let's go. NFC or AFC, save us tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, we're hoping for a good game here Sunday night. Let us know down in the comments. We appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you back here, same time, same place next week, hopefully for a much better week, Week 6. We're out of this thing. Peace.
Peace.